Hi Scorpio, I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you a monthly tarot reading for your money and career situation for the month of November 2020. And I do want to, of course, take this moment to thank all of my beautiful and wonderful new and returning subscribers. Welcome, everybody. And if you haven't yet, please do make sure to hit that subscribe button for me. And I more than appreciate all of your likes, shares, and comments. So most definitely head on down below and do just that. And while you're down there, you will see all the information you need to book a personal reading with myself. So don't hesitate, shoot me an email and I'll get that started for you. But more importantly, I meditated on your overall energy for the month for the topic and of money and career. And the message that came through was making it happen. I love it. Just making it happen, my friend, this month. But let's get started by pulling a message or two from the Soul's Journey deck. What do we have for our lovely Scorpios to begin this monthly read? That was pretty easy. I think there's another message or two for a Scorpio. I think that's good. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. You may feel like you have to face a few fears when it comes to your money or career this month. It may feel like you're put in a spot where you have to be courageous when maybe going after an opportunity or just simply making things happen this month. You may feel like your courage grows as the month trickles on. And then we have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. On one side of the message, it's reminding you to trust in the process, trust in the way things will work and fall into place smoothly, but also trust in yourself. Trust in your intuition and your gut feeling. When it comes to your money, your career, your finances this month, when you get that gut feeling initially about something, don't question it, trust it. Because we forget sometimes our spirit guides are coming through and initiating that gut feeling, plopping it into our gut in order to move us towards a new opportunity or something right for us, or simply to be like, red flag, don't go towards it, Scorpio. It's not for you. It's not for you. It's not right for your path. It's not the right path for you. And then we have service. I feel good when I can help others. I love this card. I do feel like a lot of you Scorpios out there have started a new job recently or a new career in general, or have been working towards something that helps other people. And I feel like you really feel fulfilled when you help others. And I can relate. That's exactly the way I am. You may not feel like the current job you work or the current career you're working towards is fulfilling in that sense. So you may make an adjustment towards something that's more helpful, more fulfilling. I get it. You only live one life, my friend. And then peace for the fourth and final one. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. You may feel the need for a sense of peace this month when it comes to your work environment, when it comes to your finances. You may feel like things are a bit hectic or have been recently. You may feel like things have just been thrown up in the air and just kind of shuffled around. And you're left feeling in the month of November in the need of a lot of peace. And as I was trying to read this peace card for you, my friend, the loudest plane just went by the window that I'm working by, and I had to stop. And of course I'm going to cut that out of the video, but it happened for a reason. Everything does in a reading. It's simply it feels like maybe there's a lot of chaotic noise and maybe a lot of opinions around you. And you just need this to kind of center yourself if you can. Find that quiet time, that you time, or as we call it, that me time. And also, as a result, trying to release any sort of negative energy and regain a positive, optimistic mindset. Alrighty, so let's continue. I want to pull 6 tarot cards, a simple 6-card spread, if you will. Some shuffling, of course. One more shuffle. I'm going to need to move those over. forget that these monthly readings take up more than the screen. Alrighty, Spirit. What do we have for Scorpio to continue this monthly money and career read? Thank you, Spirit. Got the first half coming out. Alrighty. They want me to just pull the last three. It's pretty easy. Bear with me as I place them neatly. Pretty good energy, my friend. And I pulled this one for some reason. Trust your intuition again. Don't ignore it. You don't want to be left in a situation when you, in the future, look back and you're like, damn, if I only trusted my intuition when it came to that person or that opportunity or that financial situation. You know, we don't want those what ifs. And the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I really feel like it's a month for you as you just make things happen, as you check things off your to-do list and achieve certain things in your career and finance situation. You're reaching for that financial independence. You're reaching for what you want out of life, which is amazing. We'll keep that out. Knight of Wands for the first card. You start off the month feeling very confident, very fiery, very you. Kind of like you're ready to go after, to make it happen, whatever it is you're trying to achieve within your career, finances, but you're doing so in a fun way. I love it. Such confidence coming from this card. And it feels like people notice you because of that, especially in this first chunk of the month. Because then we move on to the Death and Rebirth card. And interesting, I was just saying confidence because it's side by side with the Courage card, which says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And I feel like when you're in this mindset of confidence and fieriness and, you know, enjoying the process instead of just always looking at the final outcome, you're able to face certain situations better and, you know, find a better outcome, even if the situation is tricky, and you're able to feel more strong. You feel you're more able to get more in touch with that inner strength. It's the Death and Rebirth card to move right along. You may feel like you're going through a lot of changes recently, Scorpio, like you just don't even maybe know who you fully are at this point, and that's okay. You're not the only sign going through that. So trust and believe you're not alone. You are not alone, my friend. Just remember that. But again, going with what I was saying about how people will notice you, you'll feel like you're shining a bit differently, glowing a bit differently. Absolutely the same case. That'll continue, if not grow even more. Or even be more so of the case. Because look, this rebirth, you know, as you rediscover who you are or discover who you're becoming, in certain aspects of your career and finances change, people will start to see you glow. And I feel like in your work environment, people will also start to see you in a different light, which could then open up new opportunities, new financial ways to enhance your finances, to enhance your career in general. And it's like we seem to forget that sometimes people look at this Death and Rebirth card and see it as a negative thing. And it's a beautiful thing. It's about embracing change and allowing for it to help you shine and grow and welcome in new beautiful opportunities that you couldn't have welcomed in your previous state or previous way of being. Everything happens for a reason, my friend. And then the Ten of Cups to move along to the third card. I feel like when the first half of the month wraps up or starts to, you get into this mindset where you're almost daydreamy, very much thinking about and focusing on your ideal life, on what you would have in your life as far as abundance. I feel like, yes, as far as you're maybe wanting a significant other or a family, but to stay on topic, I feel like you're imagining this ideal work environment, this ideal career for you. It's kind of that situation where if you would ask yourself if money or finances wasn't an issue, or you didn't need to rely on a position for financial income, what would you do with your time? Is there a hobby or a passion that you would love to be pursuing? It may just be the month where you need to get out of your head and maybe start working towards it and just make it happen, because there's no time like the present to just start initiating it and working towards what you are passionate about. Because remember, my friends, when you do, if it feels like finances are holding you back from pursuing this passion or going after what you actually would enjoy doing on a day-to-day basis when it comes to your career, when you pursue your passion at the end of the day, nothing but abundance and financial comfort and success is going to follow you. And it's going to feel a bit easier and a bit more natural than it would have when you were working a day-to-day job that just didn't fulfill you or make you happy, yet you weren't passionate about. It's because when you follow your passion, all of those good things just follow naturally. Keep that in mind. Six of Cups to move right along to the second half of the spread/month. And it's like you almost go from looking to the future, imagining this perfect career, this perfect financial comfort sort of situation for yourself, to when the second half begins, you think back, very nostalgic kind of energy. And you may be thinking back to an old job. You may be thinking back to when you were more financially comfortable, or you may simply be, in a negative sense, slipping back and thinking about some bad choices financially, or some bad choices as far as jobs and careers that you've had throughout your lifetime up until this point. Be careful. You don't want to linger. You don't want to focus on what's gone, because what's gone is gone, my friend. And it's such a good reminder to, if you are going to find yourself slipping back to the past, do so in a very productive way. Allow yourself to learn from it, grow from it, and move back to the present. And realize that you do have a bright future ahead of you. And the past played its role by helping you become who you are now, but doesn't need to keep being plopped into your head or relived in your head. And it's side by side with this Trust card. And it reminds you to, as you do look back, I feel like you're going to be reminded in small ways that you should have trusted your intuition. Remember, I was just saying you don't want to be left in a spot where you are... You don't want to be left in a spot where you're looking back and saying, what if, moving forward. And I feel like that's where you kind of end up being when you are feeling nostalgic at this point in the month. You're left feeling like, oh, well, what if I did this, this, and that? What if I actually trusted my intuition in this situation? What if I actually did go after my passions? All of which you do want to prevent from having to do in the future. So just adjust your habits and way of moving forward and make sure you're trusting your intuition, most importantly, in the present moment. And moving forward. And then the Queen of Cups to move right along to the fifth card. And again, the Queen of Cups is all about intuition, just to kind of carry that message through for these three cards right in a row. And it may feel like your intuition is growing and growing because you're trusting it more, because you're not ignoring it like you might have in the past when you wanted to be hopeful about a situation or wanted something to work out or wanted something to improve. And it may feel like you're much more peaceful and at ease at this point in the month. Where in the beginning you're also very confident and content, but you're more so fiery, energetic. And this is more of a calm passion, a more at ease, simplistic way of being. You may be doing a lot of meditating at this point in the month. And you just sort of trust that, you know what? It's interesting because I just did that. And our hands are up in the air. And I was just going like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. The past is what it is. I can't change it. The situation is what it is currently. I can't change it. And if you really want something new, then you got to change it up for yourself. You can't change where you're at. You got to move forward and do something new. Switch it up if need be. Just make it happen, like the overall message says. And then it's aligned with the Death and Rebirth card. And I feel like this transformation, this change, this rebirth, if you will, certain parts of you in your life coming to an end will leave you feeling more at ease. And that will kind of shock you. And it'll, again, make you or remind you to trust that everything happens for a reason when it's meant to. It leads up to something better and more beneficial. 6 of Wands to finish off the month / spread. It ends on such a beautiful note, my friend. You start to get recognized for what you're working towards. People start to be like, oh shit, Scorpio's making it happen. Look at that. People kind of, jaws will drop, or they'll either take a step back and be like, Scorpio, absolutely amazing. And it's like you may not have been getting that recognition or appreciation, or even feeling noticed at all by the people in your life or in your work environment. And that'll change by the end of the month. It may feel like a karmic cycle as far as your finances and your career are starting to come to a close. It may feel like, again, your fire is being relit within at the beginning and the end of the month. And it's aligned with this 10 of Cups. I feel like you go from imagining this ideal life for yourself financially and career-wise. At the end of the month, you're like, you know, I could just maybe let go of that and just accept where I am, or move towards, you know, other goals without trying to control the outcome as much. Because it reminds you again that things will just sort of fall into place when they're meant to and how they're meant to. Because we don't have all the answers all the time as far as to what's best for us or most beneficial. Spirit does. And it's interesting because we go from the Queen of Cups to the 6 of Wands, and she kind of has her hands up like, you know what, it is what it is. And then you end the month with your arms / hands up in the air in a different way, where you're like, look at me. Look at all that I've achieved. Look at how amazing I am. And so your month starts and ends not only on a fiery note, but a confident note, a successful note. Let's continue by pulling a message or two from the Energy Oracle deck. What do we have for Scorpio to continue this monthly money and career read? Thank you, Spirit. Scorpio. Ooh. We're going to just go with those 3. Alrighty, we have walking away for the first one. I feel like you're walking away from a lot of situations that no longer bring you peace or contentment or fulfillment. Maybe some noisy situations are just ones that are chaotic, that don't help you productively work and achieve what you're trying to when it comes to your career. Maybe you're walking away from people who make you feel less abundant. Envy. I feel like there are people in your career, in your work environment, or just your soul connections that might envy you. They might be a bit jealous, my friend, of this attention and recognition. They may be seeing you being more confident and more at ease with where things are heading, and they can't help but be like, well, damn, why don't I feel that way? Don't let it get to you. Just, you know, take it as a compliment in a sense that you're doing well for yourself on a few different levels. And then the last one, Cornucopia. All about abundance, my friend. This is a month where, again, you might feel like a karmic cycle in your career and finances is changing. And you might find that it plops up in certain ways this month. And Spirit in the universe is trying to show you, look, Scorpio, it is changing. You're going to be abundant. You're going to be successful moving forward. So release any sort of negativity and doubts that you do have moving forward. Absolutely beautiful. Let's continue, or finish off rather, by pulling a message or two from the Small Making Magic deck. What do we have for Scorpio to wrap up this money and career read? What else do we have? Got some there. Messing up my cards. And just see what we got here first. All right, power symbol. We have 4. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body, as well as your mental health, my friend. You may need to feel like you need to cleanse your energy this month, or at least cleanse your life of sort of toxic or less peaceful or chaotic sort of environments or situations or people. So do so. Be the Queen of Swords of your life, my friend. Don't hesitate. Dragonfly, you bring light to this world. you're a shining bright light in this world, Scorpio, and you seem to forget that at times. And as your fire is relit, you know, throughout the month of November, when it comes to your finances and your career, so allow yourself to shine this month and let the world, and allow the world to see who you truly are and how bright you are. Maybe even light the way for others. And then on that note, time to shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. And by doing so, my friend, you're glowing differently. You're raising your vibration. And as you know, you're sending that vibration out to the universe, that vibe. And in comes, in return, new opportunities, new blessings, because you are staying optimistic and you're raising that vibration. Last but not least, to finish this off, perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. If you feel like people doubt you, or you feel like the odds are against you moving forward, allow yourself to keep your chin up high, keep your head held high, and keep moving forward. Keep pushing, because there's a lot ahead of you to achieve, and you're truly meant for greatness when it comes to your money and career. Alrighty? So on that note, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my wonderful channel, and head on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. I want to hear all about your situation. And while you're down there, don't forget to send me an email about booking a personal reading. And I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.